After 9 months, 760 games, and a record-breaking 1,081 goals, the 2022-23 Premier League season is over. 2016 champions Leicester City and Leeds United were relegated on the final day, while Manchester City continued their dominance with a third straight title. Teams like Newcastle United and Brighton punched above their weight, while heavyweights like Chelsea had a disastrous season. So who are the winners and losers of this season? That's what we are going to discuss in this live. Hello and welcome to WION Sports Extra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by my sports editor Digvay Singh Deo and by my colleague Vidur Kathuria. Manchester City are the clear winners. They are going to be in the winners list on everyone's mind. But how do you rate Arsenal's season? They were leading the table almost till the business end and then they lost it.
So Arsenal did a Dortmund. No. For me, I just want to address, you spoke about hits and misses. For me, team of the year, Newcastle United, without a doubt. Flop of the year, Chelsea, without a doubt. Straight up. No filter, straight. Star of the year, obviously, Erling Haaland. And villain of the year, Cristiano Ronaldo. Not Ivan Toney, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Good list.
Yeah,
Good list.
straight up the list. So do share your list as well in the comment section, and then we can take your.
Hang on, if I could make a tie, sort of flop of the season along with Chelsea, Rodgers not getting investment when he needed it, and that has contributed directly to Leicester going down. That's a shame. This Leicester squad, man for man, does not deserve to go down.
Yeah.
I was seeing that game towards the end yesterday.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve to go down. Now, I mean, obviously you deserve to go down because you didn't score the points. But the caliber of players they had,
Exactly.
internationals.
7 years ago, they were the champions. They were in the FA Cup finals, and this squad: Madison,
Barnes,
Tielemans, Barnes.
Castagna, Soyuncu, who's that? Tielemans, they're all internationals.
Not only
Vardy.
that, obviously, and these guys, everyone, all big clubs will be after these players right now. That just tells you, and not just the Premier League winning season, which was the greatest story in the history of the Premier League. Also, they did well after that as well.
Yeah.
They won the FA Cup.
No, they missed out on Champions League twice by coming fifth, just in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Brendan Rodgers did a very, very good job initially. They won the FA Cup. They were so close to, qualifying for the Champions League, which is a huge deal for a club like Leicester City. So
And just to put it into context, because we're talking Leicester, nobody would have had a problem if Everton had gone down.
Yeah.
But that club has been run very badly.
Exactly. Yeah.
That club deserved to go down. I'm sorry. I'm putting out there. I am a Liverpool fan. Nothing to do with that. But Everton looked like going down.
Yeah.
Somehow they've survived simply because of that fan base.
And Sean Dyche, he came up and
Their star players stood up. Pickford. I mean, it's been a very strange kind of season.
Yeah.
But Pickford, important saves to keep them up. Since we're talking about the overall picture, I think Leeds, you knew that Leeds
Not
were
good
going
enough,
down.
not good enough.
Southampton, I'm surprised because there was a time when Liverpool used to buy all its players from Southampton. But I think all these teams need a refresh. What we are seeing with Liverpool, the drop-off in quality has happened. Now, if you don't refresh this lineup in 2 or 3 years, I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, but you could face a similar situation. Teams get stale.
Are you saying that Liverpool can be relegated?
There was a point under
Roy
Kenny Dalglish as well. They were in that relegation zone.
Yeah.
But no, you have the quality. You will get out. But in the case of Leicester, for sure, Rodgers kept asking for new players, just to freshen up that core group.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. And we've seen that now with Liverpool as well, right?
Yeah.
When the investments they made, it's not like they didn't spend the money, but the investments they made were not what the team needed at the moment. They needed a much more solid midfield. And that's the reason they didn't make it to the Champions League. Liverpool didn't make it to the Champions League not because of the 4-4 draw yesterday. That race was lost before January.
Yeah.
So who are yours? Hits and misses.
I think hit of the season, as you say, Erling Haaland, we have to mention him again. I mean, it's been extraordinary.
Everything.
It's been extra. He won Premier League Player of the Season and Young Player of the Season. He won both awards.
Yeah, and I've never seen a player doing so well in the debut season because it's considered a
Salah.
tough.
The last one was Salah.
Yeah.
And there were jokes on Twitter yesterday that Chelsea was celebrating because they managed to score more Premier League goals than Holland. So such has been the season. It's been extraordinary. And I just want to, let's look back. When Holland came, I mean, there were question marks whether he'll be able to perform for the champions,
No, there was a
Manchester
stage
City.
he didn't score 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
And it became a crisis.
Yeah. What he's done is absolutely extraordinary. Then we have to speak about Arsenal, of course. Some people will say that they have had a poor season, but of course, what we spoke about last time, progress.
Yeah.
They have made progress.
Yeah.
If you would have told them you would finish second with the point study that they have.
We take it.
They would have
Yeah,
No, I'll
very
use
good
the word
season.
he used. Arsenal technically punched above their weight.
Yeah.
And with the addition of just 3 title winners, Zinchenko, Jesus, and Sterling. No, not Sterling, sorry. Who the other one they get? These two, sorry. These two.
Jorginho
Later.
Yeah.
That shows. And now he's got to build on it. He's now got that core, which will now, if you look ahead to next season, this Arsenal team now knows, because we spoke about it, right?
Yeah.
That why are Man City favourites to win this, even when they were trailing by 6 points? Because they have that experience in that title run, and they finished with what? They forget the defeat yesterday.
Yeah.
It's 15, 16 in a row they won?
Yeah. Again, Newcastle, fantastic season for them.
What a season.
Champions League club. Huge credit has to go to Eddie Howe, the way he's managed the squad, the players, the results that they have had. They have also punched above their weight. And
They were struggling with relegation when he came in. Remember, Steve Bruce was sacked.
Yeah.
When the takeover happened from the Saudi and the PIF and whatever, they were on the verge of. His first priority was to get them to safety.
Exactly.
Here you are, 4th.
Yeah.
And
that
third
was
most of the
less
season.
than 2 years back.
18 months back, last January.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
Didn't sign big players.
Yeah.
Trusted the players. Alan Saint-Maximin is there. Joe Linton was there. I think Bruno Guimaraes came in last year itself. They haven't had the sort of
Marquee
statement signing like
signings.
like Chelsea did or
Very
whatever.
shrewd
signings, yeah.
And of course, their goalkeeper, very, very good. Then we have to speak about Manchester United as well.
Yeah.
Champions League position, that's what they
No, we
wanted.
spoke about on Friday. I think it's a successful season for
Yeah.
them.
Flops, let's come to flops. Liverpool.
Yeah, without a
Big
doubt.
flop.
Oh, sorry. I think
just-
honourable mention. We speak so much about Erling Haaland, but big honourable mention to Harry Kane. I have never seen a Spurs team so poor, and the fact that he ends the season with 30 league goals. I mean, he was winning the Golden Boot with 24, 25. And Son had a very bad season. It was basically Batman and Robin, right? I think honourable mention to Harry Kane. He's going. He's not staying.
He deserves to play at
A big
which
club.
competes for Champions League football year in, year out. Extraordinary season for him. He would have won the Golden Boot in 90% of the Premier League seasons. Then we have to speak about Chelsea.
Yeah.
No, you spoke about Liverpool
catastrophic.
being a flop.
Yeah.
The question is this Liverpool team a flop because it came 5th or because of the standards it set over the last 4 years and that they couldn't come anywhere close to it? Why do you call it a flop season?
Both probably. The standard of their performances was shocking.
Yeah, at
Shocking.
times, yeah.
And of course, you have to look at the expectations. What were the expectations from Liverpool? Challenging for the Premier League title again. This was a club which won 2 trophies and finished second in the Premier League as well as the Champions League. A club
What
which
was that
reached the
stat till last year, till that last day of the season, both City and Liverpool had the same number of points over 4 seasons.
The drop off. I think, in fact, it will be interesting to take a look at this stat that the points difference between all clubs, Arsenal plus whatever 20 odd, Liverpool is minus 25.
That's a lot.
Minus 25 is an extraordinary drop off. But the good thing with Liverpool is I think the club and the management have realized that things need to change. And it has started with the clear out, which was very, very important. Even though, sentimentally, James Milner, Roberto Firmino, all these players, it pains us fans. It pains fans to see them go, but I think it's very, very important. And the first step has been taken. Now, we have to make, Liverpool have to make shrewd signings.
Just to add on that, we missed this point. One of the big reasons for Leicester going down was also Kasper Schmeichel leaving and not being replaced properly.
Yeah.
It's sometimes when a player leaves, then you realize his value. They offered him a 1-year contract. He went to Nice for 3.
Yeah.
Stupid decision.
And I think, people were initially talking about Sadio Mane leaving. I don't think that was even that much of an issue, because the attack, even though Liverpool failed to score goals in certain matches, but I don't think the main problem
Midfield.
when struggled was midfield and defense. So yeah.
Okay, that's flop. Okay, Chelsea.
Chelsea, $600 million.
Will Frank Lampard get a job again? I'm scared. I don't think he'll get a job in the Premier League again.
I don't know which
Till he goes and rebuilds his reputation in the lower tiers.
Which was the worst team, Frank Lampard's Everton or Frank Lampard's Chelsea? I mean,
Without a doubt, Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Because of the sheer quality of players in that squad.
Yeah.
They couldn't score goals. I mean,
Disjointed.
I agree. I don't think Frank Lampard will get a job in the Premier League. The fact that he got this Chelsea interim job is purely because he's a club legend, and
they wanted someone.
And Todd Bowley did not know what to do. Let's be honest. So he made that appointment. It's similar to Steven Gerrard as well. Although Gerrard, you could argue,
Gerrard built his reputation at Celtic.
Rangers. But
Rangers.
also, I don't think a Premier League club will be, take a punt on Steven Gerrard right now. So it will be very dangerous. So yeah.
There's somebody in the Premier League who's waiting for a job. Will get a job without a doubt. Graham Potter.
Graham Potter.
Yeah, because I think
the rebuild. I think Sean Dyche is a good signing for Everton. He'll going to keep them safe. But I think, which are the teams which are going to need a manager now? Potter at Tottenham. Nobody's going to Tottenham.
No one wants to go to Tottenham.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Potter. I think Brighton also had a great season, and Roberto De Zerbi deserves the mention.
If Guardiola is saying that he's a manager who's changing the way things are, that's huge praise.
That Brighton team went toe-to-toe with Manchester City, with Arsenal, with their good attacking play. I think they also did really well to, clinch their first ever European football next season.
Aston Villa, what a comeback.
Yeah.
Gerrard was sacked when they were flirting with relegation. And they finished 7th. They're playing the Conference League. Oh, big letdown, West Ham United. No business being in the relegation fight. You're in a European final, for God.
Yeah, but
how?
But if they end up winning the Conference League, everything will be forgotten in terms of their domestic season.
Yeah.
But they are also poised to lose their best player in Declan Rice, who I think also...
Arsenal?
Yes, Arsenal are after him. But big money.
Is he worth, 170, 80 million?
Well, he's been the standout player for West Ham over the last few years. His skill set is, not under doubt. He is a very good ball winner, good passer. He's proven that for England
but
as
that's
well.
not the right place for him. I think Declan Rice will fit into City very well. But because Calvin Phillips didn't work out.
Yeah, but
the Yorkshire Perlo. But I think he'll be. I don't think he's the right fit over there, and neither is he the right fit at United.
Well, I think he won't get a game. He won't get a game. He won't get a game at
Liverpool?
Manchester City. Yeah,
I doubt Fabinho is going to be around for a while.
Fabinho, big drop off this season, and I don't think he deserves to be in that starting 11 if Liverpool are going to rebuild, which they are. So yeah.
Hey, you look at that Liverpool midfield. Henderson is only going to be there one more season because he's captain.
Yeah, McAllister should be confirmed in the next few days.
Yeah. Okay. Other big flops. Ronaldo.
Flop. Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Well, you have to say the manner of his exit is very, very unfortunate actually. When it for Manchester United and the club, and for a Premier League legend to go out in that fashion, to force his way out.
World football legend, not just a Premier League.
Yeah, of course.
Other big flop, we forgot Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur.
But when the manager Antonio Conte himself, questions the club and the decisions that they are taking, and questions the squad, then that tells you that something is wrong with the DNA of the club.
Yeah.
And that is what he brought. And he literally said that Tottenham have not won a trophy for so long because inherently there is something wrong with the DNA of a club. So there are huge question marks over their immediate future. They are going to lose their best player in Harry Kane, and no manager wants to come there.
Yeah.
This is a club that
even a final manager is not coming. And let's be very honest and no disrespect, but Tottenham are still a big club.
Yeah.
Played the Champions League last season.
Played the Champions League final in 2019.
Yeah. Also, Fulham striker Mitrovic, he missed 4 penalties. That's a record.
Salah missed, no? 3 or something in a row?
Yeah, 3 but 4 is the record, which he missed a penalty.
No, I think
yesterday as well.
this table, leave City apart, but Arsenal 2nd, United 3rd, Newcastle 4th, Liverpool 5, Brighton 6, Villa 7, Tottenham 8, and this Tottenham is also Conte results. Brentford 9, Fulham 10th. I think this shows that the gap, City are on a different level, right? But I think coming down from, Manchester United downwards, it's no longer the top 5, top 6 at this stage. There's 7 or 8 clubs there who are going to push. But City are still too far out ahead. We have a comment. Let me just read this. R. Cole, I hope I'm getting this right, says, different clubs have good players with 100% fitness. I guess their performance will mainly depend on their managers, who will see a new super player. Who knows? Interesting.
Yeah.
Will we see a new star in the Premier League like Erling Haaland?
Messi somewhere? Messi free transfer
Messi.
somewhere?
Maybe.
Lionel Messi?
Who are the players that you want to see in Premier League? Probably Osimhen, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia.
I'm telling you who will be the big star in the Premier League? Gavi.
Yeah.
Free transfer coming up.
I think, if Barcelona get their mind straight, I think the priority should be Gavi rather than Messi. But
Okay, let's look at the big moves going to happen. McAllister, yes, but he's not going to set the headlines.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's the big one. Declan Rice is the big one because obviously English players. Correct?
Yeah.
Big money move.
Big money moves. Harry Kane, United or abroad?
I think he wants to stay in England, and if United actually
England captain, so.
if United come in with a big offer, I think Tottenham will accept because
He's out of contract, isn't next year? So.
Yeah, next year. So they'll accept, and they will not take
No,
another
but
bad
Vidhu,
decision.
I think there could be a contract, the Champions League clause in the contract as well. Yeah. That's important.
Anyway, he will cost
Kane,
big money.
Son,
And
if Kane goes, will Son stay?
I think Son will stay. I think that he, of course, he has had a very poor season. I don't think a club will be willing to spend that much on Son, and obviously Tottenham will ask for a lot of money. So I think that one more season, maybe Son will stay.
So, yeah.
Okay, and other big moves? Anyone else from outside coming in? Or Osimhen?
He won.
But where will he go? Who's got the money for him?
Manchester United.
I think United will definitely go for
No,
one
Manchester
of the
United,
two.
yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah.
They will go for Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen.
yeah.
I think it also depends on Real Madrid.
Yeah.
If Real Madrid want
No, but if
Victor
they're spending
Osimhen,
100 mil on Bellingham, they're not
Yeah.
going anywhere else.
they can only a handful of clubs can spend 100 million on 2 players, and Real Madrid is one of them.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
But do players want to go to Chelsea now?
I think what we've also seen is, even in European football, Bayern need a refresh.
Definitely.
Massively. I mean, that
They were gifted the title
Kimmich,
by Borussia Dortmund.
Goretzka, that lot.
But the club is going to back Tuchel completely,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is important.
No, because
And,
they've got rid of everyone else.
yeah, exactly.
Kahn
Oliver
gone.
Kahn, club legend, Bayern sacked.
Not allowed to come to the last game.
Very telling.
PSG, again, summer of upheaval over there.
Messi is definitely
No,
out.
Messi is going, but the coach is gone. He's sitting duck.
Or will it?
Yeah,
Mbappe,
I think
Zidane?
Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe stays. I think
Mbappe
Zidane's
will
coming
stay.
in.
Neymar, there were rumors of
Neymar's
Neymar's coming to United.
Neymar, I don't think he will want to stay there. Now he's
30,
31. He doesn't want to spend, the last of his, say, peak at a club which is, under.
But he could come to Premier League, he has that.
No, but who has the money? I'm just thinking that Neymar knows, after what's happened in the last year, that Mbappe calls the shots. And he knows he's not going to get his way.
Yeah.
It's both Messi and Mbappe and Neymar are going to go. The question is, who's got the money to get him? I don't think Chelsea have any money left.
Yeah.
I think he could be a statement signing if the United deal goes through.
Yeah.
United also, remember, irrespective of who comes in or not, they need statement tests, shirt sales. Neymar sells more shirts across the world than Harry Kane.
Of course.
So interesting transfer window coming up.
Yes.
And I'm expecting the Italians to be very active. I think Napoli are going to strengthen. I think Napoli are now going to go for the Champions League. I don't think any of this Napoli lot are going to leave. Because they have looked around and seen what's going on across the world. And if I'm a Napoli player and I'm seeing the way I've dominated the Serie A and the Serie A team in the final Champions League, I'd be willing to give it one more go. And they came very close. Quarterfinals, right?
Yeah, lost to Milan.
So,
So
I think we've
we've covered.
So you haven't told us your flops and all that. Yeah.
I think the same. I just want to add Brighton to the
Yeah,
one who punched above their weight. Flop Chelsea has to be a big flop. Arsenal I would consider a successful season, and of course Manchester City, and of course United. So yeah, I think
Your team of the year? Best team of the year? Your favorite club? Who you think were the team of the year for you? Let's leave City out of it.
I would say Newcastle in the way, but the drawback would be what I think it's too early for Newcastle to play in the Champions League. It's for clubs like
But they're
Brighton
strengthened
and
right
Newcastle.
now, right? You're looking at 100 million coming in now.
Yeah, but I think it may just work the other way around because Champions League football and all the cups and the Premier League, it's gruesome. So it may just backfire. I hope.
But that's next season, right? I
Yeah.
mean, this season, are they the team of the year is the question. After City, obviously.
Team of the year, I will have to say Arsenal because no one expected them to be this good, and the football that they played, they went toe-to-toe against every team. It didn't work against City, otherwise they defeated United in a 3-2. I think they got
Liverpool. They beat.
Liverpool. They beat all the top 6 teams. So you have to give it to Mikel Arteta for it. I think Arsenal are my team of the season.
Okay.
Okay. That's that. 6:30 p.m. Lots of focus on the relegation battle in the Premier League. Obviously, the French Open. All big news coming from
5
there.
setters. I think it was the day of 5 sets.
Woodcard going to 5.
Kachanov
Kachanov going to 5. Tsitsipas coming very close to 5. 6-3 down in the tiebreaker in the 4th set. But fights back. And already a big upset. Maria Sakkari is out.
first top 10.
Djokovic is playing today. And so is Alcaraz. So tennis action starting. Big result in golf. Harold won on the 3rd, winning the Washington Invitational on Live, and over on the PGA Tour, big surprise, Emiliano Grillo from Argentina, the first Argentine to win the Charles Schwab Classic since 1957, won it on a playoff, but he had a 2-shot lead
And he went.
heading into the final hole, goes and hits his ball all the way down. The ball lands on a concrete ditch with sort of a stream running through it, and that power of that stream carries the ball all the way back almost to the tee. Double bogeys it, but then goes and wins it in a playoff. Yeah. Scotty Scheffler gets a hole-in-one. Second hole-in-one for Scotty Scheffler, finishes tied for 3rd. Something else?
And of course, the IPL take 2.
It's raining in Delhi. I hope it's not raining in Ahmedabad.
So yeah, that and much more on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST. Thanks for tuning in.